Welcome back, and today we are moving to a different topic, and this is defining and working with work planes in COMOSYS, which is a very important tool in COMOSYS or any other design software or 3D software. If you take a look on the screen here, you can see I have a simple structure in place and a grid line in place. And if I zoom close, you can be able to see I have a red arrow and a green arrow. A green arrow pointing on the other end, that is a y-axis, and the red one is an x-axis. And by the thumb rule, going upward, this is, if I turn it like this, if I turn it up, the up one by default is a z-axis going upward in the positive direction. Now, I want to show you how we can apply these planes, this coordinate system, and apply it as a work plane to define our work plane. Now, in this particular case, to find the tool or to find the work plane tool, always right click and come to work plane here. You can see set work plane. We have by 3 points to view plane, to global, to object, to surface. I'll show you all this, how to apply all those, and also to rotate. Like in this particular case, I want to rotate the work plane tool here. If I pick rotate and come here, and maybe I want to move it, or I want to move it in the x. I'll come to x axis here and just type, maybe I have to move at an interval of 500, and if I click, I'll be able to move. And if I change that, bring that to 0 and click move, I'll be able to come back or come back to my initial spot, or I can just close and click global, and I'll be able to go back where I was. Now, and again, if I right click and come back to if I right click come to work plane, let me just if I come to work plane here and maybe come to rotate, and I want to rotate about x-axis, I'll come there and maybe just type 20, and I want to rotate that at about at x-axis by 20, and I'll be able to just rotate that like that. And to rotate that, just click repeatedly, and you'll be able to rotate. Remember, you only work with one axis at a time. The moment you're working on axis, the rest should remain at 0. And just close that. Then to go back where we were, just click here, this button here, we switch back to global. Now, in our case here, I want to bring up a simple structure like we have a beam here. We have a beam here, and let me just turn that by pressing Control Q to turn that in orientation that will favor our rafter placement. So I'll select on that member, then come to spatial copy here and pick on linear, and I want to place another beam on the other end. I'll define that by distance and click on that and click copy. So I want to use these two to create a rafter. So this column, the height is 5 meters. So I want to create a rafter with the height of 1 meter, sloping with a gradient of just 1 meter. Now, if I come here, just pick a point and rotate, I want to create a beam, and I want to snap right here, and I just mouse over there and enter, and I just type Z, DZ, and I want to move up 6 meters. I'm adding just an extra meter to make it, to create a slope up. And if I pick on that spot and place another one there, I'll be able to create a rafter like that. Now, I want my work plane to follow this, because I want in some cases you might want to place purlins. So let me just add a copy there. I want to add a copy there like that, and I'll add and click OK. So if I come here and close that, and I want to place purlins here, and if I come to purlins here and start placing the purlins, to place the purlins, first of all, you first of all have to define the slope, and to define the slope, you have to define the slope by defining it by work plane. You show the work plane, or you set your coordinate system to slope, to take the slope or to read the slope, so that when you place the purlins will slope in that gradient. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to view, or just right click and pick by surface, and you can just snap or place your work plane right there. So you see it takes the slope of that rafter. So the moment you start placing your purlins, it will be copied in that way. So let me just put one manual here. If I just place one there, and if I start copying that, and I come to special copy and copy linear, and copy it along the x-axis here. So if I change everything to 0 here and only work with x-axis, and I want to copy that at a distance of 1 meter, and I increase the count to 4, if I click on that, you see it takes the profile, or the slope of uh, this work plane. So that's how work planes work. So there's another way you can come to view, and you can also come to you have two ways. You have by 3 points. By 3 points, you first of all you pick the point of origin and go to the second point and define this. This is by 3 points, and click on that. So you see my work plane changes to that direction. So that's how you define by 3 points. If I come back to view and come to define to view plane, view plane is the one facing you, or the one you're working on. That is the to work plane, to view plane. And to global plane, just the default one here, it takes you back to a global plane. More options here. If you click on more options, I frequently use this. From here you can use this to object, and if I click on the object there, I'll be able to place my plane. You see the plane changes immediately. I can come back again and pick on a point. I can pick a point here and place my work plane right there. So that's how work planes work. If I come back to options, I can rotate, and the rotation and move, I think I've showed you, and that's how work plane works. So once you've worked along your work plane, always remember to come to default by clicking this button here, G, and that will take you to a default global position. I hope you've gotten something, and let's meet on the next topic, where we'll be discussing some other some other tools that are available within COMOSYS. Let's meet then. Bye bye.